There are so many of you that have been watching my videos and you have been wondering how is it that you can actually begin to start making content on YouTube and how you can grow on YouTube from digital products. I will really want to break this thing down for you to the most basic, the simplest level. What you're able to do right now is something that is completely amazing. You can utilize AI, you can utilize digital products, you can also utilize YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, Facebook, all of these platforms to drive attention back to the product or service that you are selling. And you can make income day after day after day. You will see people on YouTube creating long form content. That's where you build the know, like, and trust factor. That is where people get to know you better. That is where they can really dive into what it is that you want to explain to them at the deepest level to get the most amount of knowledge and information. Let's say that you are someone like my client, Karen Flowers. She is a trichologist, but she started in the hair salons and she owned a salon suite and she did that for years. But she wanted to expand her content because her ultimate goal was to sell physical products. These would be products that are for the hair. While she was studying to become a trichologist, what she also did was she started creating YouTube content. I told her, listen, this content will take you from here to here because she was burnt out from working hours upon hours at the salon, managing other stylists, managing an entire salon, managing the suites, people, and it was such a long and draining process for her. Now, she loved the interaction. She loved working with her clients. She loved working with people. That's always been who she is. But there was also something in her that knew that she wanted something more. She wanted something different for herself. And she saw a vision. And so collectively, we worked together to help her build a content engine, which was YouTube, that would drive customers, new customers that she never even met. And that's the power of social media and YouTube is that you can attract new buyers that you've never met before. It's an organic form of traffic because YouTube promotes your videos. Instagram and TikTok will promote your videos. Now, when we talk about utilizing Instagram and TikTok for gaining new customers, what we're talking about there is utilizing those short form platforms to repeatedly hit new and old audiences with short form content. That's how you warm them up. And then you direct them to your YouTube channel so that you can give them the infomercial, the version of the explanation of what it is that you can do and how you can help them in long form content that honestly, in my opinion, works better than any PDF, works better than any book because you can visually see and hear with your own eyes how this person can help you get from A to Z. It is about the transformation that you can offer. That is what we're doing. We're offering transformations, we're solving people's problems. My client, Karen, what she was able to do was she was able to help women grow their natural hair and her explaining how she did that, how she grew her own hair. I think she even cut her hair and she walked with people through the process of growing it back and how she did it utilizing her own products, her own remedies, anything that she thought of, she utilized and she told other people how to do it. And with one video, I tell you, one video, she made $7,000. That was from the video ad revenue alone. That wasn't even from the products and services that she now offers. So when you combine the power of ad revenue from YouTube with the power of the products that she has, this is the reason why you want to have a product or a service to sell. So that's a great example of someone who has mastered this process. We walked through the entire process end to end, and that only took her 30 minutes of her time to create that one video that now is paying her still till this day. You can do the same. But many of you are not necessarily at the point where you want to create a product or a service. You want to get from A to Z in little to no time. You want to fast track your way there. That's where working with someone like me comes into play. Because of her work with me, we were able to help her scale away from the salon, build her revenue, build her marketing engine, which turned out to be YouTube. And now she has a thriving business. The salons are no more. She is selling out on the e commerce space, and she's doing that well. But she did so with a mentor. She also had the benefit of her own hard work, her own skills, her own abilities to really help propel her. But you have the same thing too. Many of you have a thing here that many people ask about, they want to know about, that people are coming to you for the solution to a particular problem, but you're not monetizing it. You're not doing anything with it. But I guarantee you, if you had someone to help you, fast track you along the process of creating something that you can now profit from, then you would be much better off. Because just like you, I've been there. I've been on the other side. If you've ever watched any of my previous videos, you will know that I struggled for a long time working in the entertainment industry. I worked in news and I was barely making enough to cover my portion of rent at the time. I had my car repossessed. I've been through it all and I've tried it all. I tried the e commerce route. That was crazy back in the day. That didn't work for me. I will tell you the thing that has been the most profitable for me has been creating content on YouTube, long form content, and creating digital products, creating products or services that go in tandem with what it is that I do. What can you do today to get yourself from point A to point B, like my client Karen? The first thing that you can do is you can start to think about ways that you can invest in yourself. There are so many people out there who will simply rely on my YouTube videos or simply relying on other people's YouTube videos alone to put it all together to try to figure out how to build a sales funnel, how to start capturing leads, how to basically start making money online so that you can live the life that you really want to live, right? I mean, wouldn't it be nice to wake up to $7,000 from one video? Wouldn't it be nice to wake up to $599 sales every single day? That's what it is that I help people do at this point. I too had a mentor. I too discovered a digital solution. And that's what I'm going to call it. It's really a digital solution. It's more than a digital product, it's more than a course. It's a done for you system that will essentially set your business up for you. This is something that is super simple. Discovering this has changed the game for me. I'm no longer just relying on ad revenue because that can be a road to nowhere. Listen, here's the thing, because my client Karen was able to generate that $7,000, that doesn't mean that every single video does that, right? So she needs to still continue to build her arsenal of content. But at the end of the day, she also has products and services that she offers as a result. So now she has a thriving business that also takes into account the courses that she sells, and courses are definitely the way to go. And she's able to also walk with her clients through those courses, and they're all related to hair care. She also has her products. She also has her YouTube. So you can do the same. Even if you don't have anything to start with today, selling a digital product or service is going to be the fastest route for you to start revving your engine. You've been watching these videos, you've been looking for an opportunity. And some of you have even taken courses, you've read the PDFs, you've done it all before. But the thing that has usually been missing for a lot of you is that you were forced to do this alone. You didn't have the infrastructure to help you along the way and to keep you accountable. That is what we're here for. For me, one of the things that I did was I invested in this done for you system last year. Yes. And the person that I actually got this from makes thousands of dollars every single day. Now, I want you to think about what an extra $599 would do for you every week. Let's say you just sold one of those every week for the next year. Let's look at that. There are 52 weeks in a year. Let's do the math on that. 599 times 52. That's an extra $31,000 in your bank account. What could you do with that? And why aren't you doing it already? Chances are you've tried. You've tried. But you didn't have the community to hold you accountable. You didn't have anyone in real time to ask questions, and you didn't have the guidance. That has been your issue. You didn't know where to start. You didn't press the button to set up the done for you system. You know how I know? Because that was me in the beginning. Busy in what it is that I was currently doing that I didn't necessarily take the time that I know now it takes to simply turn the engine on. Because once the engine turns on, there is no turning back. So if I had to do all of this over again and I wanted to get to $10,000 per month online, this is what I would do. I would hop into the done for you system that is linked in the description of this video. I would click it immediately. From there, I would take the weekend to dive into the course modules. During the week, I would attend the weekly office hours to ask questions during the setup of my done for you system. While I was doing that, I would start creating content around this product. And then I would also separate that content from short form and long form. Short form content would be my lead generation. I would direct them to a link in the bio. That would be my YouTube video where I break down the process step by step. And I would watch the sales roll in. That is what I would do starting today. And the reason why I'm so confident in this is because I know that it works. I've seen it work for myself. My first digital product that I created on my own, I made $4,000 in a weekend selling a $16.99 ebook on how to get to six figures on YouTube. That was it. And now to be able to wake up to sales of 599 $599 or more on a day-to-day basis, that's gold. So if you are someone who has been struggling with this process, hopefully this video will help you realize that you can do this. Every video on this channel, I've really given you a breakdown on how you can easily do this step by step. And I want you to know that it really is a matter of making up your mind that I'm going to change my life today. I'm going to do something different today. I'm going to take charge of my life because I'm tired of where I am right now, trading time for dollars, sitting in traffic every day, taking away time from my family, not making enough money to make ends meet. And I want to change the trajectory of my life today because I want to tell you this: it isn't always the smartest people who are successful in this space. It's only the people who take action and who follow direction. Those are the people who win the most. If you take the steps step by step and you execute, what you have in your hands is gold. If you guys have any questions about anything that I just said, write them in the comments and I will go back through, I will answer the comments, or I will create future videos around this topic. I sometimes like to sit in front of the camera and talk to you because I think that it is so important that you hear it directly from me without all the graphics, without the presentation, without any of those things, because sometimes it's about the personal connection that you can have with someone that understands where you are, what you're dealing with, and also can see where you can go. And I want to let you know that you can go far with this. It's all about your execution. That seals the deal. So if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, leave us a comment. Love to hear from you. Love to hear your questions about this done for you system. And I will catch you in the next video.